Thanks for tuning in. Wodapalooza Day 1. Hit that subscribe button. Here we go. What up, man? Vince Fit Don't Quit, man. Wodapalooza Day 1 in the books. Yo, excitement, Miami. And boy, they came on and put out a show. If you missed it, I'm sorry. But real easy, just go to YouTube. They're live streaming the majority of it. And man, it was a good time. Everybody came, seemed like they were prepared. Some of these bigger people that we know didn't do nearly as well as I expected them to do. But some of the ones that we expect to do well, did well. But let's jump into it. Hit that subscribe button below, somewhere left or right, not sure which one. But don't forget to hit it, and let's jump into some of these juicy details and see what we get into. Wodapalooza Day 1, the coverage. And it's just the elite division on the first day, so it was an opportunity for even the competitors that were going to be competing over the weekend not to compete and get to come out and see some of these more popular, well-known athletes. And it was a good time. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Let's jump into it.
And you saw Ingrid Odenmeyer running back to the GHDs. Krieger choosing to rest one of the athletes heading back as the
So the first event was called Flipped Off, and crazy name, funny, you know, very creative. Wodapalooza does their thing. You know, they're probably the biggest venue next to the CrossFit Games. If you ever want to go check out an event, one event a year, Wodapalooza to me is second to the games. All right, I mean, everybody comes down, even the ones that are not participating and competing. I mean, the who's who of CrossFit is here. All right, so off the bat, flipped out.
And you saw Ingrid Odenmeyer running back to the GHDs. Krieger choosing to rest one of their athletes. Now Holta heading back as the
early and take some pressure off, but you got to be consistent because everybody's chomping at the bit, especially to knock me off the top.
Thank you so much, Pat.
Pat Vellner wasn't here to play any games. The Wodapalooza champ, 2 years running, and coming for number 3. Patty Vell handled his business. Do you hear me? And it looks like he's going to be off to the races. All right, Patty Vell, we watching. I remember when they asked you not too long ago, so when are you going to retire? And he was like, as long as you guys keep letting me win, I'm going to be right here. Get paid.
Get paid.
So that's what happened on the first round. Patty Vell, 8-day lunch. And I mean, it is what it is. We won't even talk about the rest. Some of these other guys did well. Some of the ones that we don't know didn't do as well, like Scott Panchik. Surprisingly, he decided to come out and compete, but he didn't do as well. At least he's not sitting too well after the first day. But we'll see. You never know what the future holds. All right, so the ladies. All right. Ladies, Wodapalooza Day 1, Elite Women. We have a surprise, man. Ellie Turner is kicking. Yes, 2 first place finishes, and I don't mean just beating. I mean, she was dominant. There's absolutely no question that she might win it all this weekend. So keep your eye on her. And if you don't know who she is, get to know her. Find her on Instagram and start following and looking at some of her accomplishments. Keep up the good work, Ellie. All right. Bethany Shadburn is the one everyone was talking about this weekend to keep an eye out, and I mean, she's also putting on a show. She currently sits in number 2. Number 3 is the Danny Spiegel, the one and only, the one that everybody knows. You know, everybody knows her name. Yes, she's sitting in 3rd, Danny Spiegel. Number 4 is Sagafi, and number 5, Sarah Sigmund's daughter. And Emma McQuaid is also doing very well, and so is Sarah Sigmund's daughter on her comeback to the games. Definitely think she's going to be at the games this year. Hopefully, you know, she stays healthy and she can get there so she can put on the show like we know she will. Ariel Lowen, and if you don't remember that name, she won the Granite Games last year to qualify to go to the games to beat who did she beat? Mallory O'Brien, and we all know who she is. All right, and Emily Rolfe rounds out the top 8 for the women for the first day of action. The top 7 men for the day, first day of Wodapalooza Elite Men. Number 1 sits at the top is the one and only Patty Vell, you know, the redhead from Canada. Those Canadians. You know, those Canadians, that's all I gotta say. What up, Brent? Number 2, Dallin Pepper. Number 3, Phil Toon. That name, don't forget that name. Phil Toon, you're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work, bro. Number 3, another Canadian. Let's see if I can say this right. Alexandre Caron. Number 5, the one and only from HWPO, Matt Frazier's camp, Jason Hopper. Talked about him before. You know, he's putting on a show. Number 6, who always seems to do well at these events, took 2nd place last year. Currently sitting in 6th. The man from Comp Train. What up, Ben Bergeron? Keep up the great work. Cole Sager. And last but not least, in 7th place, Samuel Cornier. That's a French name. He's also doing well. That's your top 7 rounding out for the first day Wodapalooza Men Elite. Keep it up, fellows, man. Everyone's doing a good job, man. Entertaining. Everyone putting on a show. Everyone's putting their best foot forward. And y'all boys are killing it. And y'all ladies. So let's talk a little bit about Wodapalooza Day 1, the men's elite division. You know, no surprise here. Number 1 team sitting in first place, and I mean in dominant fashion. The one and only Rich Froham, Mayhem in Paradise. And boy, they put on a show. I thought the way they were going, they might have finished that pig flip in about 2 rounds. I mean, they got it done. And in 2nd place, the boys. We them boys.
We them boys.
You know, they teamed up, Think Tank Training. The boys, Travis Mayer, you know, Miami's own Noah Olson, and Mr. Chandler himself. Those 3 boys sitting in 2nd place. That's my pick. That might be the team to beat Mayhem this weekend. So we're going to see what happens. So those are your top 2 teams. Number 3 is the Thunder from Down Under. The boys, James from over there with the dreads all the way from Australia. Him and his team are doing especially well this weekend. Y'all boys keep it up. Men's elite division, no surprise here, but also a surprise here. Rich Frohman and Mayhem are not sitting, not even in the top 5. But up top are the brothers from other mothers. They're sitting up top. Chandler, Olson, and Mayer. Ooh, this weekend is getting real interesting. All right, so day 1, team for the elite women. Of course, sitting at the top, you know what it is. The ladies from Mayhem, called Mayfem. Oh, man. I don't expect them to lose this weekend at all. I think they may literally run away with this competition from start to finish as they start in number 1, and let's see how they finish out the weekend. They may just run the entire table. All right, Team Krieger number 2, Team Gowad for the ladies, Born Primitive Underdogs, and Think Tank Training is your top 5. Invictus sits at 6, Junk 7, Freaking Fitness. Them ladies out of Miami. There's some bad ladies as well. And to Team Flio Fuego. Well, this weekend has started off with a bang, and I'm looking for the rest of this weekend, man. It's going to continue to be a show. If you ain't got nothing going on, come down to Wodapalooza. See y'all later. Vince Fit Don't Quit, day 1. It's a wrap. See y'all tomorrow for day number 2.
In just 3 rounds, 10:54 unofficially. Alexander Caron is going to get in. 2 heats remaining. 15:14 unofficially for Tyler Christoffel. And Sprague is in at 15:22 unofficially. And if he can get this rep started, he should get credit for it, and he will. So Drew Wayman taking 3rd place in the heat.